Mario, this channel's theme, no duh, and the fandom of which I'm in. But that's not to say I think everything that comes from the opinions of people here are, quality, to say the least. So, here's some things that I don't like hearing in the Mario fan base. And disclaimer, if you've not yet figured out, I'll be calling some opinions bad in this video. Even though you willingly clicked on this video with the title, then please do let me know in the comments why you want to burn my house down, and let's get into the first point. Firstly, calling 3D World and 3D Land 2.5D games, just because you aren't open world adventure games like Mario 64. Like, no, these games are still 3D Mario platformers, as in they're 3-dimensional Mario games. Sure, they're 3D linear Mario games, but just because we're not open world non-linear games like Mario 64 doesn't mean they're 2.5D games. It's a different genre. Secondly, calling the new Super Mario Bros. Games bad because they look similar. Like, I don't mean people who just dislike 2D platformers, that's fair enough. But I mean the people who will say that NSMBDS and NSMB Wii are the best in the series, and then treat NSMB2 and NSMBU as if the game's quality is bad. Like, no, NSMB2 and NSMBU aren't bad games, and just because they came one after another doesn't make the game's quality bad, as heck, the games probably have better quality and stage design than the first two. And also, so I can cover my bases on enjoying the first, then acting like, oh, the first two were good, but then I just lost interest after I got given something I like again. Like, it's quite literally, my steak is too juicy, my lobster too buttery. Next thing, the way the Koopalings are treated. This could honestly go for more characters, but I remember back when the Koopalings were added to NSMB Wii, everyone cheered that they were back. And then they were in Mario Kart 8, and suddenly it was worse than hearing this sound play. And then on the Switch era, where they were basically extinct, and then I saw some people, or most people, wanting them back in Mario Kart World. Like, what the fuck? You wanted them gone! They gone now! But luckily, they are back now in the Wonder DLC, so it's nice to see the Koopalings back, being bored at you guys and gal. Another point, probably my most controversial one in this video, but is when games are ranked on irrelevant factors. Like, the example I'll be using is Luigi's Mansion 2, because it's the one I hear the most. As it has a mission-based structure instead of a open feeling like Luigi's Mansion 1 and now 3. I guess. And I do get some people may not like it, as I could agree some missions in LM2 could seem more like busy work, but being real, Luigi's Mansions have always been basically having a pseudo mission structure with busy work, and you do return to EGAT's place every now and then, and sure, it's less frequent probably, but you still do, and even then, you still do busy work in the games that feels tedious at times. And like, you can still explore around in 2, as each individual mansion is about the size of the Luigi's Mansion 1 mansion, probably, I don't know, but they're not too far off is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, gameplay wise, they all play the same. You just have to frequent EGAT a bit more, and similar things for NSMB2 and 3D Land. But Luigi's Mansion 2 again is one I hear the most, as they all play practically the same. You just have to go visit EGAT slightly more. Point who knows at this point I want to bring up in this discussion is on Mario Galaxy swimming controls. They are ass without the shell, and I'm pretty sure most people talk about Galaxy swimming controls with the shell, but then that's really only half the story, so I'll complain. As without the shell, swimming in Mario Galaxy is fucking egregious. It's slow, unresponsive, and it feels like playing a 3D platform with a steering wheel. And Mario tends to just do stuff on his own, and it's frustrating. And it's only good without the shell. Without it, swimming in Mario Galaxy is basically unplayable. Next thing I want to say is when people bring up Mario 64's camera and call it bad. Like, I'm gonna be real, fellas, I've never had any problems with the camera on Mario 64. And I've played Mario 64 a lot, and I've never had any problems with the camera. Like, generally, where are y'all having problems with the camera? As for me, it's always where I want it to be. On the side of Mario, or behind Mario. At a high enough angle, bird's eye, whatever the hell you. It's always good. I don't know where y'all getting the Mario 64 camera. I don't know if we're playing the same game, but for me, Mario 64's camera has never been bad. Point number 94. People wanting Mario Kart to become Nintendo Kart or something similarly dumb. Like when they added Link and other non-Mario characters to Mario Kart 8. There's been some people who just wanted to become Nintendo Kart, but like, no. It doesn't need to be. Not everything needs to be like Smash Bros. It can just be Mario characters in Mario Kart. And same thing goes for hunting non-Mario characters in Mario Party and whatnot. They can just remain Mario franchises. It doesn't need to be some big collab between everything. And these next 2 points are sort of intertwined, but is people wanting ports. Like, ports upon ports upon ports of older games. And it's like, why? Like, I get if they like remake it with like new content, all that fun stuff to make buying it again worth it, or even like a compilation, like with the anniversary for the Wii or the SNES. But just playing ports, really? Like, mostly seeing with stuff like Color Splash or Whirly World in my experience, and it's like, would a compilation of 4 Yoshi games not be better, or a full-on Color Splash remake with like post-game content and other stuff? Like, seriously, ports at full price individually are just very lame in my opinion, and it should either be full-on remakes. Like, the base standard for quality, I would say, is the Thousand Year Door remake, where it's just like, that it's some post-game stuff and some quality of life features. That's like the bare minimum of what a remake that is basically worth it should be. And a compilation, like I already said, like the SNES All-Star, whatever the hell it's called again. And last point, like previously said, is people demanding every single game is ultra unique and only unique, as apparently that's super important that a game looks completely new, because fun apparently isn't dictated by how a game plays anymore or something. And it usually comes from the same folks who want ports. Like, how do you want both the most unoriginal way of making a game, ports, and the base and every game being ultra unique? Like, that's just an oxymoron at that point. But anyways, that's the end of the video. If you have anything else that you hate hearing in the Mario community, let me know in the comments. If you're offended and still made it to the end of the video, congratulations, you can leave your hate comment down below. Or, no, I'm not your parents, so I don't care. But other than that, if you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and if not, I'll see y'all later.